Alright. Hey guys, what's going on? I recently bought the Razor Crest, which you can see from the box right here, Black Friday, so about a week ago as of recording this, for $97. Such a great steal. Saved over about $43 on the whole set. Just a really, really great deal that I've been wanting to pick up the set for a long time, and I finally did it. So I have it right here. I did a live stream. If you're interested in that, there's some replays that you can check out. If you did join live, I really do appreciate you showing up, interacting in the chat. So a big thanks to you. And then you notice behind me I got some different lights. I put these in. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Just trying to brighten some things up and adding some different lighting for you, so things look just a little bit better. Slow improvements, right? Continuing on here, the set retails for $140, like I said, and I picked it up on Friday. Actually, I was doing research for some of my other videos. I was trying to add my top gift list. I can't remember which one it was. I was adding a link for the Razor Crest, putting out that last video on Friday, whatever one that was. I saw the Razor Crest. I'm like, I have to buy this, so I did. And then Amazon came in clutch, shipped it in one day on their 2-day shipping, so just great. But let's continue on. This is set number 75292, the Razor Crest. I do know in some countries it is not called that, and actually even some US boxes were not supposed to be called the Razor Crest, but 2 years later I'm still, like, I just picked this up and it's still called the Razor Crest. So if it is different in your country, let me know what it's called down in the comments. Anyway, it's for ages 10 and up and has 1,023 pieces, which we're going to find out, is that a great deal? Anyway, we got the Razor Crest flying over Navarro. Really, really cool there. It has the Mandalorian on the top. You got the white greaving that's been consistent for the last, for a couple of years up until this year. And then you got the Mandalorian logo down on the bottom, as well as the 5 minifigures that come in this set. I don't count the Compartment bricks as minifigures. Sometimes I do. But anyway, we're on the back here and we got 5 features. On the top left, you have the missile storage and firing of the missiles. And on the bottom, you got the Mandalorian sleeping. You have the gun compartment and the escape pod. There's so much more to this than that, isn't there? And the main picture, which is the ship landed on Navarro with all the panels opening up. You can see the carbonite bounties that he's turning in. You got Grief Cargo there, and you just got access to the whole ship. And the pictures on this just don't do it justice. You got to see this and build it for yourself. But let's dive right into that. First minifigure right here is the Mandalorian himself. He's got that nice gunmetal gray helmet. The helmet looks better than any other of the Beskar ones. Here's the Beskar one, for example. It's a metallic light gray versus that gunmetal gray, which looks so much more accurate. The Mandalorian never got a new helmet, so in theory they should be the same, but Lego did not do that. When this originally released, I definitely thought that there should have been a Beskar Mando in it, seeing as most of the figures are from the end of season 1. But I am, looking back and reviewing this 2 years later, I am actually pretty happy that this is only the second set available, with maybe third if you count the UCS, with a season 1, or first half of season 1 Mandalorian. If we remove his helmet, it has a black head, which is totally fine. He did get his face released this year, so that's pretty cool. He's got the long blaster here, which falls apart, but he's got no printed arms. And if we go to the back here, he's got a skinny cape that will just lift up a little bit, and he's got that weathering on his armor, as well as the bandolier. I did not go over the front, I realize. And you got the front, you got the printed legs with worn out knee pads, and then you got the worn out chest plates, and then you got the bandolier as well, all printed on. Probably pretty close to the star of the show, with Grogu here, or Baby Yoda, the child, whatever you want to call him. Uses that, repurposes the baby mold in a Yoda species, kind of, which it should. And it's got a really nice molded head. You got the detail, hopefully you can see that, the nice detail of the lines on the top of the head. You got the kind of flexible ears. The head can turn. Of course the camera's going fuzzy right now. Let's see if you can, there. So his head can turn. He's got the nice, cute eyes that makes him look like Grogu. Third minifigure up is Grief Karga. He's got no printed legs, but his torso looks pretty good and accurate to what he wears in season 1, and definitely when the episode this set is supposed to take place in. He's got the nice mustache, a really good looking face. On the right side of the screen, there's cloth printing on his torso. I'll turn around, and that cloth is supposed to be or be on his back. They just printed it. I don't know if this should have been a cape or not. I might have preferred that, but nonetheless a great figure. Here's his angry face. Well, it looks angry. If I saw that face, I would not want to cross him, that's for sure. Alright, here we have IG-11 droid that's played by Taika Waititi. It's just a battle droid body with a really long head. Still looks really good, but not exactly accurate to what we see IG-11 do. He can move his arm, and that's about it. He's got a second blaster on the back, but there's not much to him. He does come with spare arms, so you can switch out and you have the 2 straight arms and just dual wield some blasters and go ham on some stormtroopers or whatever, which is probably what I will be doing. Is this Scout Trooper? He's got the blaster pistol I have in his left hand. He's got the dual molded helmet. He's got the nice, really detailed torso printing. And then it continues on down. His legs are just a continuous print from the torso on down. You got the black marks symbolizing the separation in his armor. And he does have a face print as well. And it is an actual face and not just some black eyes to go through the helmet, because that's a dual molded helmet. It's a nice, pretty classic looking head. Put his helmet back on, and we'll turn around so you can see the back. There we got the nice backpack that usually sticks out of the stormtroopers, scout troopers, and he's got the belt that gets cut off a little bit by the legs, but still not a bad deal. Those are the minifigures, and now we got to get into the ship. So, like, this thing is massive. I'll zoom out a little bit, or a lot, so it's still not even fitting really in frame. There, like, this thing it's heavy. It's just really big. Here you have the bottom, going pretty good. It shows off the 3 skis or landing gears. For the play scale, it looks really good. On the UCS, they put a little more detail and bigger, which for the UCS it works, but these just kind of work for this ship. And it's pretty stable. You can tip it and have it fall over, but it's stable. It's really not. It takes a lot to fall over here. You have these nice sturdy guns. I'm not pointing towards you. Yeah, and there's no spring-loaded or flip fire or shooters on these front guns here, but they are sturdy. They're attached to a panel. You just pop that open, and if you can see, I got one of the spring-loaded shooters. You have 2 shooters on here, which we'll discover in just a second here. And we can store all 3 of those, or if you have some spares, you could also store those in there. If you wanted some really long blasters and store them in there, you could do that as well. Definitely a pretty cool little compartment. But it is all there. It's sturdy. It's not going to break no matter how many times you open it. And then we have this side loading ramp, which you could take a figure and load them in. Although IG-11's a little bit tall to kind of fit real well, but you can just walk it in like that. We can continue on right here, and you can pull this panel by a few different ways. You just press down here and it's going to open up, and now you can see right inside, and you can see, get a pretty good view of the inside. You could put a light kit on the inside if you wanted to light it. I think that it would work. I personally will not be doing so, but still a pretty cool design. I'll turn it around for you. Here you have it. And you can open up the back, and you could, if you have big cans, it's a little bit hard to move around. This isn't the UCS. We can just take off panels and be able to work inside, but it's still not a bad ship. Yeah, you have a lot of space. You can have a really big crew aboard this Razor Crest. I'm going to turn this around, keep on going here. You can open up this side, just like so. You know, zoom in for you. You can get it. This one has a little obstructed view because of those carbonite bricks. I can reach in and grab them. It's the putting them back that is the challenge. You got some really detailed. These almost look printed. Not to toot my own horn, but I guess I did a good job putting those stickers on these guys. These stickers are just super detailed. I love how they turned out. They just did a really good job. Usually for things like these, I usually lean towards wanting them to print these like they used to back in the day. But the stickers really aren't that bad, and aren't really bring out a detail that they weren't able to print. The trick is putting them back in. You have to line them up just right. We're still zoomed in. You have another loading ramp. Take IG-11. This time, like, you can just walk them in. Minifigure fits better than IG-11, which I keep on choosing them anyway. But you could just sit them in and close the doors. And there you go. And then you have right here, I'll bring this closer because you want to see those stickers that the one right here is very, I don't know how well you can tell, but it's very crooked because they're a bit of a struggle to put on, and you really have about one, maybe two chances to put them on, and after that, if you try to take them off, they're not going back on, unfortunately. Then you have the bed there that you can put Mando. You do want to move his side cape. There we have Mando lying down, and he can just like take a nap from there. You could close him up and you're good. Okay, before we kind of move too much farther along, you got engines. Like this has a nice wingspan. And you got these nice looking engines that look very accurate to the show, and are at they just look really, really good. The UCS one looks even better, but right here there is a escape pod. You wouldn't actually know it's a escape pod, but if you pull it out like so, you can shoot it away, or you can load it with a minifigure. One-handed, it's a little bit of a challenge, so I apologize if the camera's a little jerky here. We can pull that off, and we're going to stick Grief Karga inside, snap both his feet in, move his hands down so they don't get in the way. You're going to try to slide that, and you got Grief Karga's face. That's sitting through that peephole, looking a little funny. But then, yeah, just make it fall apart, I guess. Just snap it back in place. If you don't want to use the escape pod and you want that just to stay still, you could put like a 2x2 tile right over here if you want it as a little mod, and then that doesn't move and it just becomes part of the ship. But there's that. I'm going to set it back down, turn the ship around. A pretty cool feature here. You have this little handle. You can pop this guy off. Another thing, this is not a sticker. It's not a bunch of stickers. It is a fully printed piece that looks very good for the set. I'm gonna pull this off, and you got two seats right here, and then you got this control panel that looks a little different than your classic. Probably gonna be the best shot I can get, but you have a different looking control panel, where I haven't really seen these before, that looks really accurate for the Mandalorian. I might want to put control panels all through the interior here, and maybe a stud for Grogu to stand on as a mod later on, but still a really good interior. One little feature, you got this little thing here that you can press down and flip up, and I don't know how I can see it, but there's some clips right there that you can store like 2 blasters. And I'll snap in Mando's blaster. I'm going to break it apparently. Well, we are just going to ignore that. Now the blaster's lost. But anyway, then we can take Mando himself. Okay, then we got Mando and Grogu in there. I don't know how well you can see. Looking pretty cute. The front of the ship looks nice and aggressive. It's just a really good, well designed ship. You can press the top and you'll get a spring-loaded shooter to fire at you. The last thing that we gotta check though is, can it fly? And does it fly well? Can you handle it as a flying ship? Can you play with it flying? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can kind of hold it from anywhere. Like I have it right here. We got it right here. But you can hold it from the back like this. Oh, this isn't the most stable. Yeah. Here, you could kind of two-hand it. Here, you can like palm it, depending on the size of your hands. You can kind of come up here and fly it. You still have stability. You can even hold it from back here and kind of fly it around. Although you wouldn't be able to do that for very long. You would tire out your hand pretty quickly. It puts a little stress on it. But like, this is probably where I'm going to be, flying. If I fly around, it's going to be holding it back here or underneath here. But it's a very solid build. For $140, this is worth picking up still. Like, I would not skip out on this. Don't go into debt over this. Obviously, still stick to your budget, but plan on picking this up because it's worth your money picking it up. $140. You get 5 minifigures, 1,023 pieces. Yes, it is over the price per piece gold standard, but it's a heavy build that is a very good size. It's a big ship that I'm not sure where I'm putting on my shelves, so I'm gonna have to work on finding where to put this. If you like this video, go ahead, smash that like button. Smash it. I mean, smash it. And if you like content just like this, Lego and Star Wars, I make all kinds of stuff, from reviews and news and so much more. Consider subscribing. I will see you in the very next video on the right hand side of the screen.